Hello and welcome to our online Alice Smith Carol service. Last week, our music students from the secondary campus visited St Mary's Cathedral to record a small selection of Christmas music and readings for this alternative online Christmas Carol service. It is our privilege to share this slice of festive magic with you, our Alice Smith community, and together celebrate the end of term 1. So please, snuggle down with your mince pie to enjoy our musical Christmas gift to you. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Once in royal David's city stood a lonely battle shed, where a mother laid her baby with a manger for his bed. Mary was that mother mild, Jesus Christ, a little child.
The first lesson is from Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 to 5 and 14 to 18. A light shines in the darkness. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night. And let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth." And it was so. God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. Thanks be to God.
Matthew, chapter 2, verse 1 through 12. The wise men are led by a star to Jesus. Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? We have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king heard these things, he was troubled, and all of Jerusalem with him. And when he gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. He said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not least among the prince of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor, that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over them where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they came into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own countries another way. Thanks be to God.
At Christmas by Edgar Guest. Man is at his finest towards the finish of the year. He is almost what he should be when the Christmas season is here. Then he's thinking more of others than he's thought the months before. And the laughter of his children is a joy worth toiling for. He is less a selfish creature than at any other time. When the Christmas spirit rules him, he comes close to the sublime. When it's Christmas, man is bigger and is better in his part. He is keener for the service that is prompted by the heart. All the thoughts, petty and narrow, seem to vanish for a while, and the true reward he's seeking is the glory of a smile. Then for others he is toiling, and it somehow seems to me that at Christmas he is almost what God wanted him to be. If I had to paint a picture of a man, I think I'd wait till he'd fought his selfish battles and had put aside his hate. I'd not catch him at his labours, when his thoughts are all of self, on the long days and the dreary, when he's striving for himself. I'd not take him when he's sneering, when he's scornful or depressed, but I'd look for him at Christmas, when he's shining at his best. Man is ever in a struggle, and he's oft misunderstood. There are days the worst that's in him is the master of the good. But at Christmas, kindness rules him, and he puts himself aside, and his petty hates are vanquished, and his heart is opened wide. Oh, I don't know how to say it, but somehow it seems to me that at Christmas, man is almost what God sent him here to be.